Welcome
Welcome
to Shade and the
to the
City.
city.
I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we are here to give you the love after the lockup, season 5, episode 32. Something about I always know it before I get here, and then I have a brain fart. It was something about
Runaway Fiancé.
Runaway, because it was after Runaway Bride. Yes, that was kind of the vibe. They're going after like the whole 90-day thing where they're naming it after movie. It just gave me runaway love, runaway love. And we see true is false. And it was a good episode, guys. I really enjoyed it. We got a new couple that we were introduced to. So if you haven't already, all of our Shade Squad and some of our new viewers that are coming in, please make sure that y'all hit that like button
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it and let's get shady. Y'all, I'm gonna ask y'all one more time before, because I'm about to say something and it's probably gonna be the real unpopular opinion, and a lot of people might be mad at me for it. So I'm asking you before I say it, can you please hit the like button
and the subscribe button?
Okay, so we start off with Zeruiah and Troy. I'm gonna just get this out the way. She needs to stop. She needs to stop with the layers of makeup. The first episode I saw it and I was like, okay. But then when I continuously see it patterned on her face during this episode, I said, girl, everybody in your family got good skin, but you, what is going on?
Probably all the stuff she put on her face.
That's why I said it needs to stop. All right, I'm gonna just say that, and I'm not trying to pick on the girl. It really bothered me when I see her keep caking more on.
Well, no. I think no. Remember our sister used to use like a sponge. I think it's to get the oil, because I don't think she was putting on makeup. I think she was doing that to get the oil off of her skin, off of her face, without messing up her makeup.
All right, look at Nels as being an advocate tonight. Okay, shout out to Nels. All right, so we see Zeruiah is, devastated. She's coming from the tarot reading, and that her and Troy aren't, hearing that her and Troy aren't going to work out, right? She tells her that, Troy is not her person, basically, and says that he won't bring her peace. So she then gets on the phone with Troy. When he asks about her reading, she lies and says it was all good. So he tells her that he's being released and, gives her the details on basically when she should pick him up and thanks her for waiting for him for all these years,
This is really a crazy looking picture of her.
It's that ponytail.
It's the lashes, it's the side.
You know what's so funny? And look, this is how naive I
smile like this.
This is how naive I am, Shade Squad. Nels always gets on me because I can't tell. Like, it be going over my head. I didn't notice until I watched a couple other reviews that this was a ponytail that she was wearing on the first episode. I didn't know.
What you thought it was?
I thought it was her hair. Y'all, it be going over my head. That's why I could be
you know what it looked like? It looked like it might be the clip-on kind.
Yeah.
Like the butterfly clip?
No, it looked more like the drawstring.
I don't know. To me, it looked like
you pull.
Those are more believable. To me, it looked like the clip-on.
Bless her heart. So then Zeruiah's going to pick up Troy. She has her parents tagging along. And she says that she was feeling down after the reading, but she took a spiritual bath and she feels renewed. And so she gets a call from Troy, excited that he's getting out. And she knows him getting out is, going to test their relationship, but hopes that everything he told her wasn't just, jail talk. Girl. They get to the jail to pick him up, and then she gets a text from his parole officer saying that he's being picked up by them. So now we have a change of events. They don't know what's going on. Everyone's in a it's confusion. And then she gets a call from Troy explaining what she already knows, basically. And he thinks it's weird. And he's like, don't let them take me and follow them. And you know, you don't know what they're gonna do to me. And I'm kind of with Troy at this point. Because if this is a strange situation, ain't nobody ever heard of this before. But I know from Love After Lockup history, we've had people lie through their teeth and go off and do something else. So I didn't know what to think about it. So I can understand her following him. I absolutely do. And so they go on kind of not a high speed chase, but they just kind of tail.
Well, the parole officer was speeding, trying to get away. He was ducking and dodging her ass.
Well, they stayed on him, and yeah, I guess we'll figure out what happens next episode with Zeruiah and Troy, but hopefully he'll be getting released to her. Your thoughts, Nels, on this Zeruiah and Troy?
I mean, I don't know why she's still wasting her time. Clearly this woman, this Patrice woman, is someone that she trusts. She trusts her word. She says she's been going to her for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing whatever she's trying to
Look, this is how you know you're crazy, when you think she's a prophet and you still don't want to believe her. You still don't want to believe what she thinks God is telling you to do. Isn't that insane?
Well,
I'm just saying.
I would have told him. I'd have been like,
I would have said it.
I'd have been like, she said, like, you're not a horrible person, but you're gonna be to me.
Mm-hmm. And I ain't here to be your stepping stone. Goodbye. But she can't do that because she got the man name on her child's birth certificate, and that's again the stupidity.
and on the side of her body.
That part, the dumb assness of it all. Go ahead.
Kim and Joey. So I'm too through with Kim. I'm too through with this woman here. Okay.
What's wrong with Kim?
We'll get there. So we pick up where we left off. Basically, she's denying that she's messed around on her boo. But we know she don't got the best track record, even more so now. But she's thinking whatever Ashley in this email was talking about, it was possibly, a picture that was posted online of her beside her friend Josh. They talk a little bit about her hugging Josh and all this other stuff, and he ain't really cool with it, but she's like, they've been friends forever. Then they trying to figure out who the hell sent the email, because it has to be somebody that has his inmate number. He's like, well, your ex-husband does. And she's like, well, your ex-girlfriend do. Okay. And apparently the ex-girlfriend has actually reached out to Kim in the past and broke up their relationship, telling her all types of things about him. Regardless, she says whoever it is, she got to figure it out so she can make them stop. Then she calls her friend Jen, gives her the update on, what happened with Joey and, this email or whatever. They both agree that it's probably an ex. This is all while she's on her way to her cousin's shop, Tatum. Okay. Apparently, Tatum doesn't know that she's dating Joey. But she does know that she's separated from her ex, Kenny. Now, Kim told her that, they've been separated for 9 months. She's glad to be away from him because he doesn't approve of her new boyfriend. Tatum was like, what? Well, she was excited to find out she got a new man. But she's like, what? Why he don't approve? Who's this new boyfriend? She was excited until she found out who the hell it was. Okay. Wow. Apparently, this is her cousin Tatum's first boyfriend. Okay. From back when she was 15 or 16. She said they dated for a year, which is a lot, which is a long time for 15, 16-year-olds. So she felt in some type of way.
It was her first, I believe.
Yeah, her first. Well, I said first boyfriend. I ain't, Yeah. Then she asked Kim So did you like him the entire time we was dating? She said, yeah. He actually cheated on you with me. She had this boy come over to her daddy house. They went down to the basement. She said they did everything but have sex. This is all news to her cousin, who's doing her nails in her shop.
Whew, yeah.
So, she's not happy at all about the news, but she is still concerned about for her cousin. She feels that he's going to come out, break her heart, and steal her stuff. And she said, I'm going to give this like a 15% chance that this might work out. I give it 0% chance. Okay. You nasty.
Not you hitting us with the bilingualness. Go ahead.
Huh?
I said, not you hitting us with the bilingual. But go ahead.
Listen, the words I got for this woman, I can't say in English.
Okay.
Without getting canceled.
Okay. Well, remember, it's only 11 minutes. We'll go ahead.
Exactly. So, listen, you and you was a little young hoe. Like, you was a young hoe. Like, yeah, I knew like you old, and you are conscious of your decisions, and you just decided to be out here outside, right? But you was young and sleeping with your cousins. Well, or so she said. She said she didn't sleep with him, but I don't put nothing past this woman. You was messing with your cousin's man. Her first, really? You nasty. You just nasty. And see, I told you, you got to watch the ones that's the friend that always had a crush.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it was going to all go back to that. Yep. I knew it was going to all go back to that.
Because look at where we ended up. We came full circle, boo. This is just a friend. And the cousin wasn't concerned. Remember, whoever it was, they wasn't concerned about her. Yeah, they wasn't concerned. It was your whole cousin. Your whole cousin that you wasn't concerned about.
Well, Kim just has bad judgment, and it
clearly always has.
Right, and clearly karma is continuing to spin the block on her ass, and I don't think this is going to be any different.
It doesn't matter because she's taking down people with her. Like, that's disgusting. Moving on. I'm tired of looking at her ass.
Well, we got Shonta and True. True is basically processing being outside. All right. He wants to take a bath, and he asked, if Shonta is gonna get in with him. But basically she's like, how both of us gonna fit in the tub? Both of us, my ass and your big ass. Like, how is that gonna work? Yeah, so she tells him that she has an Airbnb set up for him. Now, mind you, what I thought was the most profound thing about this whole scene, and I'm just about to pop a nail in this bubble instead of giving y'all all these, extra potatoes and gravy and all this other stuff. Shonta ain't got no job. But she out here renting Airbnbs
for a week. Spending $200 at the sex shop.
Spent $200 at the sex shop.
Probably paid for lunch.
Probably paid for the lunch. Well, no, production pays for the lunch.
Look. But with who? Who was they out to lunch with, Trees?
Shut up. And shout out, I can't remember her name right now. Excuse me, but I'm
whose name?
To you. No, somebody dropped in the comments and said that that's Denise, but his sister. And
it ain't Denise.
The sister and the niece and the nephew.
And they showed it on this episode too.
And Nels did say it last episode, and I wasn't here for it. Okay. I wasn't featuring what she was saying. Right? But they were actually right. So shout out to y'all. But yeah, no. So I was just really perplexed. Like, I'd rather skip ahead to that than talk about him chewing gum and all this other stuff. I was just really like, oh, okay. So
they were super warm.
Yeah, I was like,
no. You know what? I don't think True was born.
Shonta is born.
She's born.
Well, she seemed like, at least on camera, I don't know what she gives off camera, Clearly, she didn't give a lot, even off camera, because he was gone when she woke up the next morning. Now, but again, we seen, and I said, is this Renika 2.0? Is this Renika 2.0? Is this
Probably
what
no, because Renika flipped the hell out. Shonta ain't about to flip out. Renika flips. Okay, Renika, he needed to be scared. Okay, he needed to be scared. Shonta ain't gonna do nothing. Shonta, she ain't gonna do nothing. She looking out the window and where did he go? Where did he go?
Oh, I see his face everywhere I go.
Not in front of you.
Right. So, yeah, no, pretty much they seem like it just seems really awkward. I don't know if it's just her and her getting like, that's maybe who she is. Maybe she's not like a people person. And I think maybe that's why it was easy for her to be with someone in jail and maybe not see him, because she gives me the vibe like, even when she's around the niece, not the sister, but even when we saw her last season around the niece, I feel like she's just kind of like not a real sociable girl. And that there's nothing wrong with that. That's just, he's very outgoing and you can tell that.
That might have been who she called when she was outside the store.
Yes, I think that might have been who she called when she was out the store.
Yeah.
And we know if I'm not right, y'all gonna jump down in the comments and correct. And I appreciate y'all. But yeah, y'all. So that was
look. But listen, but this time she agreed. So
look, I only agree because somebody dropped out in the comments. You know, I will argue with her forever. But if y'all tell me then to sit my ass down, then I understand. All right, who's next? Is it the new
Arthur
couple?
and Hope?
Oh, you got Hope and Arthur. Why did I think I had them? Go ahead.
So I ain't gonna lie.
Her outfit was cute.
Huh?
You thought her outfit was cute. That's what you said. You're not gonna lie about.
No. Not at all. Not at all. What I was gonna say was, I mean, I'm not feeling all these tattoos on the face, but he's not a bad looking man.
Oh no, Arthur is not a bad looking man.
Arthur's not bad looking.
What they say, they come out looking buff. The other one, the women come out looking rough.
So Arthur is finally released. He said he's super excited. You know, it feels good to be free, but he still feels restricted after being restricted for so long. He said he started getting in trouble when he was 14, went to prison for the first time at 18, and he's been in and out since, like, for 10 years. He's super excited that his mom showed up. He didn't expect it, but he says it shows that she's trying to coexist with him and Hope. So they decided, you know, to go get something to eat. He said he wants some chicken wings, and he gonna ride in the truck with his girl. His mama really wasn't feeling that, but she said, you know what? She gonna let him get out whatever it is he need to get out, because if she tell him come with me to Vegas, he gonna come.
That's what she thought.
That's what she thought. Okay, so they got into the truck. She had the bed all decorated like it was a little boom boom room. Okay. He said he's super attracted to her. Okay. He said he like it all. He loving it all.
He said he loved that extra cushion for the push.
Hey, he said he loved the freckles, the eyes, the everything. Everything. Okay. He said they do need to relearn each other. Because, you know, he want to spend the rest of his life with her.
Is it crazy that they actually might work?
Huh?
Is it crazy to think that they actually might work? And I think if they don't, it's going to be because of her.
Absolutely because of her.
He seems
the only reason why I can see it not working is because she'll probably continue to hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they get to the chicken place. Now I'm surprised that they actually ended up getting out the truck, because the way they were acting when they pulled up to the chicken spot was like they wanted to go to the boom boom room right then and there. Right. If the mom wasn't there, they probably would get that chicken later. Right. Okay. Now Hope asked his mom when she was leaving. She said she's going back all by herself on Sunday. He said, "You ain't by yourself. You got all my brothers and sisters with you.
You gotta get right."
Bye. Okay. Um, Now Hope is looking forward, she said, to waking up next to him in the truck. And his mom was like, "Oh, y'all staying in the truck?" Like it was give. She was like, "What y'all want to do that for?" She was like, That's like a cell." Okay. She said her maternal instincts are kicking in, and really, she want to take her baby back home. She said, basically, he has a lot of brothers and sisters back home, and they haven't seen him for a while, haven't talked to him. Hope said, okay. She called out on her BS. She was like, "Well, why is that? Why haven't they seen him for a while? Why haven't they talked to him?" Because they definitely could have. Okay. Um, she said basically what the communication wasn't consistent, and he agreed. Now his mom basically said, "Boo! Before you came in the picture, I was the one doing everything. I was the one putting money on the books a few times a month, put money on the phone. Okay. But after him getting locked up repeatedly, I decided to pull back. You know what I mean? The hell is what you think this is. Okay. But told him, but he was never forgotten, which made him emotional. And, he got up, gave his mama a hug. He said he is.
Oh, man. I thought
you know what? One reason, like, yes, to me, he is physically attractive, but I think he's like a little bit more attractive is because he seems like he doesn't have a problem being vulnerable.
Right.
Now he did say he's a mama's boy. He's the only one with a different dad, so he feels like, I think when he said he was treated differently, I think he means by his siblings. Right. Because he said, he talked to his mom about it. He said they used to be super close. They're not really anymore. Hope wanted to make it a point that, I'm not the one holding him here. Like,
he wants to be here. You may have had. Well, I guess that's not appropriate.
Yeah, that's not appropriate at all. And his mom said, she feels like Arthur feels like he owes her something since she was the one paying for everything. He said no, he doesn't feel like he owes her anything. He does feel like, him, like basically what his mom said is valid. Him and his mom do need to work on their relationship and reconnect, but he want to stay with his girl. Okay. And immediately Hope had a little smirk on her face like, yeah, Boogie. Yeah. You heard what your son said. Forcing him what?
Standing on business.
Standing on business. Big business.
So it looked like mama going back home by herself, even though she thought she had that.
What? No, like he said, my brothers and sisters are there.
Right. He's like, I'm a grown ass. So we meet our new couple, Julian, who was dating Christine.
She did not look like her picture to me.
This is your body on drugs. It is what it is. I'm just saying. So anyway, he's a writer who was writing a book about a character that was on the, unalive row. And he reached out to Chris. He said that they, were friends. She thought he was trying to,
sound like she was trying to. She said, shoot, I told him I was messing with my roommate so that, he might like me, and he wasn't feeling that.
Right. He was like,
he said, this is not that.
He said, I'm just trying to be friends. Okay. And then that developed into a relationship. And, she does co-sign that. She served years for unarmed bank robbery. He said they've only spent a week together in real life between her getting locked up. So apparently she had did a robbery or she was locked up for a robbery, got out, they met and spent time together only for her to go rob again and get picked up, is my understanding.
I don't know, because then that would mean that she got locked up twice while they were together, because I know this time she's locked up for violation.
Oh, okay.
So what I thought was, well, I don't know. Don't get me.
Well, then he decided he was gonna go get all her stuff and even take in her animal. I said animals, but I think she got one animal, Chucky.
Yeah.
Chucky the cat. Okay. I'm not a cat person, y'all. I'm sorry. She calls while he's on the road and Chucky is climbing all over his head, and he's on his way to pick her up. And basically Christine says that they are very, very different. She's an atheist and he's a Pentecostal. He thinks things will, run smoothly, but she don't know. She know basically she knows they're gonna hit some rough patches, but she's ready to get through because she really liked this dude. Okay. And apparently he said the last time they were together, she ran a red light and got pulled over. I think this is what you talking about, Nils.
Hmm.
And they well no, and then they saw she had a warrant and she went to jail that day.
He said she got violated for drugs in her system.
Oh. So anyway, so he then got this banner prepared for her arrival. Christine says that they plan to get married, but worries about the physical connection. That's always a thing with the, separation. If you don't get them conjugals, you know what I'm saying? Julian only has a body count of 3. So, she's a little bit concerned about the motion in his ocean. And then, he goes to pick her up and, you know, he talks about how much he loves her, and then apparently she's stationed in Camp Cupcake, is
I know
what they.
exactly what I said.
Mm. And apparently you can just literally walk off the grounds, and
Yep.
so he's waiting
They,
on Chris.
they go and play with the squirrels and all, go feed the squirrels and all types of stuff.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
So he's waiting on Christine to come and says that, she's been sober. And so he doesn't believe that she'll fail any test. And after 35 minutes of waiting, she finally arrives and Chris is super excited to see her. And you can tell that she has very big personality. Um,
Her facial expressions were doing a lot, and she's like real like jittery or something. She's like, I don't know. She's all over the place for me. She was making me dizzy. What?
because I wasn't trying to bring that up because I think that might be maybe some effects of the the things that she was doing. If that
But
makes sense.
but wasn't that a long time ago? She ain't come down yet.
No, sometimes they have lasting effects depending on I don't know, but I did notice that too, and yeah, but I just call it she has very big personality.
Her
Okay,
smile is over here too, like this, like what's her faces? What's the girl name?
Chanel's going to hell.
Raya.
Chanel's going to hell. Chanel's going to hell. I'm just
Listen,
letting.
listen. I ain't got to like it. If Julian like it, I love it. Okay.
And so basically she's excited, they excited to see each other. They look like they all in love. And I could actually see this couple working out and they plan on writing a book together. And I hope she just don't rob him or nobody else when she get out. And
Or get back up. Cause she looked like she hitting for like she need a fix.
you're terrible. Well, all right, y'all. That's it for our Love After Lockup this week. Season 5, episode 32. If you guys have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment
Make sure you subscribe.
and hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, y'all have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Be safe.
Good night.